So I have a bit of a problem. I want to wear vintage inspired outfits while painting because if you didn't know, I own a Etsy shop. I make hand painted circle skirts and I love what I do, and I would like to lie to you and say that I look, you know, pin up and 50s while painting, but I end up looking like a gremlin.
Cue gremlin montage.
It's nothing how I look now. I don't want to ruin my vintage clothing with my textile paint, which it's 100% permanent, which is great for my shop, but if I get it on anything that was from the 1950s, would haunt me for the rest of my life. I want to change that. I want to look professional while I'm working, and I think it'll keep me motivated. Brightens up your day if you look nice, and I want to feel that way while I'm painting and working. To change that, the most practical thing that I could think of right now is a KATY KEENE comic book example. I know it's not the most wearable outfit, but it's a start, right? So I fell in love with this image. So cute. It's from the KATY KEENE series. I believe they're from the Archie comics, or the Archie creator also created the KATY KEENE series. And I think they had like an episode in Riverdale recently about her outfit. I don't watch Riverdale, so I'm not too sure. That's just what I read on Wikipedia. So this would be like the first staple of having my designated painting clothes. If I get any paint on it, I won't, you know, throw a tantrum. Too sure how the ruffles are going to be. I'm not really like a ruffly person, but we'll see. I found the closest pattern that would kind of match her jacket, which I found this pattern. It is a 1970s Simplicity 6683. It has the same neckline similar to the jacket, and instead of making it a dress, I'm just gonna make it a two-piece. I think I'll elongate the square neckline so I'll have enough room to make it a jacket. So that's what we have going on today. This is going to be a first of many KATY KEENE outfit inspos because I love all of her outfits and I have so many saved, and I'd really like to get started on it. So this is the first of many, also including more designated painting outfits. Please like and subscribe. And let's get started. We show off my snood that a friend's mom made. I'll link her down in the description too. My friend Lauren from coopertopink on Instagram. She's an amazing artist, but her mom makes these snoods and commissioned her to make one, and it's so cute. I love it. Actually, Lauren used to work at Besame, and I asked if it could match the lipstick, so it's the same color. It pays off to make friends. Okay, let's get started.
This is the fabric I chose. It is a textured red cotton blend fabric. I chose this ivory white satin fabric, and I lean more towards using satin because this ruffled lace trim had satin in it, so I wanted to match. And then this lime green ribbon for the bow. I had this heart print fabric in my fabric stash, so I thought this would be perfect for the lining. First step I do is mark all of my darts and sew them up. I love doing this as a first step because it feels like a step in the sewing process that you can't mess up on. So I sewed my darts in the front end lining of the fabric. I laid down the back panel, gave it a good lint roll, and then I matched it with the lining. I wanted to treat this as one piece of fabric, so I base stitched down all the sides. You don't have to have a super tight hand stitch here, you just want to have it enough to where the fabric won't shift around. For the neckline, I cut out 2 pattern pieces and I made sure that the satins were on the inside. I stitched along the neckline, turned it inside out, gave it a really good press, and that way both the satin pieces would be on the front and back side. For where the jacket opened, I did a rolled stitch and I hand stitched that down. I matched up the 2 panels where the jacket will open to the armholes, and I made sure that once I sewed the seam allowance that it would still match up to the arm opening. I stitched that down, pressed the seams, and I left for cutting open the white panel for later. I wanted to make sure that they would be evenly matched on both sides, which they did. To match KATY Keene's jacket, she has ruffles that go up the sleeve and down the back, so I needed to make my own white panel. So I made my own. I used a piece of tissue paper and I laid down the back panel and I marked it with a Sharpie very carefully. I made sure not to touch the red fabric. Always save those Christmas and birthday tissue paper. So I traced it out, added some seam allowance, and made my own panel for the back. Now this was a spur of the moment decision. I thought I would have the same fabric as the front, but I really love the idea of having the heart print for the back. It would kind of hint to what's inside for the lining, just to make sure I placed it on my dress form, and I confirmed that I really like how it looked with the heart pattern in the back. And all I had to do from here is to sew up the sides. This was a first for me. I gave sewing French seams for the first time, which I'm kicking myself for not trying it sooner. It is super fun and easy to make. All you do is sew the front panels together, trim off the excess, and then turn it inside out just like so. Sew the insides together, and then now you have a seamless finish, which I don't have an overlock machine, so this is just perfect. So this is my first fitting. I'm feeling very artsy and I think this would be the most adorable maternity little pullover, but that's not gonna happen to me anytime soon. But anyway, I'm not happy with the shoulder placement. It's kind of drooping down on this side. And then, so on here, I like the placement a little bit more, but I feel like it should go up at least a ½ inch. So I'm gonna do that, take apart the sleeves, resize them, hem the sleeve and then the bottom of the pullover jacket, and then top stitch down the ruffles, and I think that's it. Oh, and do the beret, which I don't know how to make a beret, but what's YouTube for if not having the exact tutorial that you're looking for. So we're almost done with this, guys. I'm excited. Yay, I don't know why I'm doing this, but... Speaking of the perfect tutorial, look what Gorgeously Vintage posted, just what I needed, how to sew a beret. If you haven't subscribed to her channel, please do. You won't regret it. She comes up with the cutest outfits. I cut 3 circles in 12" in diameter, and one of the circles I cut in a 3" width. This is for the opening of the hat. I wanted the top of the beret to be sort of stiff, so I used the ivory satin for the lining. I matched the sides to our cutout circle, and I stitched that down. I pinked the edges of the beret, and I used a bias tape that I had in my stash, and I pinned it down. I sewed it in place, and then I turned it inside out, and that would cover the raw edges of the beret. So this is the opening of our new hat. This was really fun and really quick to make, and I can't wait to make more. We are so close to being done. Last thing I did was to top stitch down the ruffles. I pinned it in place and I sewed all around and I was done. Last thing I did was add the bow. Finally, we've reached accessories time. Excuse me while I have a beret appreciation moment. These were $1. I thrifted these a while back, but they always reminded me of little art palettes, so I added paint and I made my own little art palette earrings. So I hope you love how it turned out. I love it. This was so fun to make. I thought I was going to be self-conscious because it's so like
ruffly, but I love it. I think like once you wear it, you just embrace the floofiness, and I think it's super cute. I kind of want to make more in different colors. Can't wait to wear it when I make different designs, which I do have a couple in the works right now, so I can't wait to share that with you. Also, link down in the description my Etsy shop. It's what the skirts that I displayed here. I'm always open for custom commissions as well. They're also made to order, which it does take me a while to paint. I'm hoping this jacket will give me superpowers to paint faster, but that remains to be seen. It's the first of the KATY KEENE series because I have a Pinterest board full of KATY KEENE inspo dresses and outfits that I love and that I can't wait to like get started. Follow along for the journey, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I think that's my YouTube like end credit scene. I'm still working on it.